We're being warned of a sweltering El Nino summer, which will trigger higher power prices and the threat of blackouts. Isn't this common sense? We're taking coal-fired power out of the electricity grid with nothing to replace it. And we're told the hot weather will increase the demand from households and businesses, and that will lift electricity prices. Of course it will. A shortage of bananas, but a demand for bananas, the price goes up. A shortage of electricity, the demand increases, the price goes up. David Fallu is the chair of Tomago Aluminium, the nation's largest smelter and biggest single consumer of electricity. He said an El Nino, and we've had this today from the Bureau of Meteorology, they've announced, oh yes, we've got an El Nino coming. They love all this alarmist stuff. It's called weather. He said it would complicate a market already reeling from the chaos of our electricity market transition. He called it chaos. Do you think this bloke from Tomago Smelter knows more than Bowen? When he says the real problem is having a reliable and competitively priced energy market. Andrew Richards is the Chief Executive of the Energy Users Association of Australia. He's at the coalface, to use an appropriate word. He says that for businesses, higher power bills are a grave concern. Grave concern. We're heading out the back door, I'm telling you. You can't do anything without energy. I've said before, you're watching some pictures of me on your TV. Energy is providing those pictures. I'm sitting at this desk. A truck powered by fossil fuels brought the desk here. You'll have a meal tonight, meat and veg. They didn't drop into the supermarket. A truck powered by fossil fuels brought them to the supermarket. The energy price goes up, so will everything else. It's called cost of living. So in relation to this energy crisis, Andrew Richards, the Chief Executive of the Energy Users Association of Australia, says it's one of the top three things, if not the top thing, we are concerned about. Prices are high and likely to stay high for some time. Our members are concerned if the summer is anything like the European summer, well, it's going to be a ripper, to say the least. We are clearly concerned about cost, unquote. Well, I don't think Australians understand that we have a legislated commitment. That is, it's at law. It's the law, the Parliament passed it, that 80% of electricity by 2030 must come from renewable energy. But according to figures released last week, renewable energy is at best, currently 40% of the mix. 7 years to go. The bulk of our coal fleet will be gone by 2035. Every month we learn that the Reserve Bank thinks about jacking up interest rates to bring down inflation. But energy costs are a major contributor to inflation. So you are paying more for your energy and more for your money, which means a nation under Albanese and Bowen going backwards. And then there's immigration and a housing crisis. The Bureau of Statistics released figures earlier this month showing that on a per capita basis, every voting Australian can tell you this, the same amount of money is buying less. In other words, the average Australian is getting poorer and poorer. And yet, a record 353,670 permanent and long-term migrants moved into Australia in the year to June 30 this year, the highest figure ever recorded for a financial year, 353,670. I mean, this helps the big corporations, the banks, more people to spend, more people to bank, more people to buy, the retailers and the developers, the supermarkets, they love it. But the rest of Australia are losers. I mean, if over 350,000 new arrivals come in 1 year, where do they live? Rental prices go up. Housing prices go up. Where do they go to school? What extra demands are placed on hospitals and roads? We don't have the infrastructure. A recipe for going backwards. Cost of living and quality of life continue to worsen. I say it here on ADH as it is. This is Australia under Albo and Chalmers and Bowen going backwards. And as the media in America protects Biden, so the media here either don't see it or don't want to know it. Well, we see it and we will say it. You're watching ADH. I'm Alan Jones.